sir. The LA Rams defeat the Seattle Seahawks for what I think would be the 18th consecutive time. I mean, we've owned this team since 2014, man. So the Rams win big time win against the Seattle Seahawks, 23-16. I've told you guys, I feel I'm very confident playing the Seattle Seahawks, mainly because I feel we scheme well against them. We score enough points to get ahead, and we have a decent enough pass rush, being that Seattle's offensive line is actually pretty terrible. I'm not saying it's complete trash, but I will say that I don't think it's great. They do have Damian Lewis, who I still think the Rams should have drafted in the third round, but because he's that good. He's literally the 7th highest ranked guard in the NFL as a rookie. That's Seattle Seahawks right there, rookie. They have a decent left tackle, but then their left guard, center, and right tackle are average at best. So I knew going in the Rams have a automatic AD 99, Aaron Donald, that guy. He was going to create havoc. The only thing is, they did neutralize Aaron Donald. You didn't see a lot from Aaron Donald. You saw some QB hurries, but you didn't see any sacks or forced fumbles that were used to by Aaron Donald, because they did do a good job of neutralizing it. But it left guys open like Leonard Floyd to come in and get 3 big boy sacks on Russell Wilson. You also had 2 from Michael Brockers. And overall, a really good defensive performance from the defensive line, creating pressure, forcing. I think Russell Wilson was rattled at times, forcing him to make throws that he normally wouldn't make, or forcing him to rush a throw and didn't really get good timing on the throw. So plus I think 5 or 6 sacks that they had against Russ. I mean, it's just, and they did a good job, don't get me wrong. Seattle did a good job of keeping it competitive, but the Rams defense has been actually playing pretty dang good. The only flaw, like I keep saying every week in and week out, is our linebackers are just trash. They just suck. They're way below average at linebacker. But the Rams do a good job of making plays with their pass rush, and sometimes having a safety going at the linebacker position on third down. They've been doing that. It's been working, so I don't see the Rams changing that. I'm just more fearful when the Rams do make the playoffs. If they do make the playoffs, I'm starting to feel more confident in them making the playoffs. That linebacker problem is going to become an even bigger issue against top-tier competition. That's all I'm saying. But overall, Russell Wilson had a pretty crappy game. He had 248 yards with 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Both of them coming from the future Hall of Famer Darius Williams, a guy that I actually, I'll take an L occasionally. I thought Darius Williams was just a guy. I didn't know why the hell we're going to, let Slot God leave, and then we're going to keep Darius Williams on the team. And I just thought it was a bad move, but he's actually doing a good job of being cornerback number 2 next to Jalen Ramsey on the other side. He's actually a higher ranked than Jalen Ramsey if you look at his seasons overall. They've been testing him, and they tested him, and he got 2 interceptions today against Russell Wilson. I mean, this guy, sign him up already, man. Sign him long to a 3-year deal like you did Troy Hill. Sign him for cheap. He's gonna play good. He's a good competitor. I think he's 23, so he's really young. I think he was this year free agent, or last year he was a free agent, undrafted. So the Rams got a good undrafted free agent. He may be the corner version of Corey Littleton, where he's just an undrafted guy and he actually plays above average to legit top tier. Darius Williams, 2 interceptions, man, and I think he had 3 pass deflections. The dude had a top tier elite game today. Russell Wilson had the most rushing yards, so the Rams did a good job of stopping the run this game, and they did a good job. I think the thing with the Seattle Seahawks, they rely a little way too much on Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, and it showed today. DK had 3 catches for 20-something yards, maybe 30. He got completely eliminated by Jalen Ramsey. You know, future Hall of Famer Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, that guy. The guy that the Rams traded to that capital. Well, he made the best wide receiver this year look like a scrub. And he did that by himself. There was no double coverage, help. He did that by himself, going against DK Metcalf, just showing off who's number one. So receiving, at Tyler Lockett at 66 and DK at 28 yards, bro. That's scrub level. He made him look like a scrub. For Father's Day, DK's got to get Jalen Ramsey a Father's Day gift because that's his dad. I showed him up today. He showed him who's boss, and you know what? The Rams did a good job. It's a combination of the pass rush meets the pass defense of Jalen Ramsey and Darius Williams. They both had stellar performances today, and I have nothing but good things to say about those two units. Now, John Johnson did a couple of things too. He made a couple of tackles. Taylor Rapp ended up getting hurt. My guy Andrew Whitworth is most likely out for the year. I heard that he has an MCL tear, no ACL tear, but he has an MCL tear. That's via Twitter, so that's scary, man. That sucked when he got hurt and he had to get out. He had to get taken out with the stretcher and put in one of those carts. Like that to me was scary. But the guy in Twitter, Andrew Whitworth is doing a great job just keeping everybody positive, and hopefully he makes a smooth recovery. I'm wondering what the Rams are going to do moving on now, whether it's going to be Joseph Noteboom or whether it's going to be Bobby Evans or another guy. But I just felt like that alone with Andrew Whitworth coming down it gives the Rams a very bad game. Like they lost one of the best, probably the best player on offense is Andrew Whitworth. So that's a big blow. You're just hoping now that some of these young guys that have been, taking some reps here and there and getting ready, like they had 2 years to get ready, are ready now. And hopefully that doesn't mess up the Rams' game plan moving forward. They did a good job in the second half, but they didn't really score much. But they were able to protect Jared Goff. He didn't throw any interceptions today. He had a lot of yards. We were able to score in with our running backs 3 times, with Malcolm Brown having 33 yards. Darrell Henderson having 28. Cam Akers 38. So they got touches, man. They got close to about 100 yards right there. And you know what? I think that's a strategy that the Rams like. It's not really relying on one guy like they did with Todd Gurley a little too much. They like to spread the ball around with their running backs and like to give the ball around to the wide receivers and tight ends. So, really, this game was like one of those games where you were expecting more from the wide receivers because the Seattle Seahawks pass defense is dead last. Like, they're legit dead last in pass defense. And you had Josh Reynolds get 94 yards. Like, unexpected. Tyler Higbee had 60. Cooper Kupp had 50. I expected Cooper Kupp to have more. But he did make a lot of really good third down conversions. So, really big catches. And then what I like to see is the defense actually help Aaron Donald, man. He had Leonard Floyd get 3 sacks. He had Terrell Lewis, I believe. That's Terrell Lewis had 2 sacks. Michael Brockers had 1 sack. I thought he had 2, but he had 1 sack. Aaron Donald didn't have any sacks, but I think the fact that they were trying to get him out, like scheme him out of plays, made it to where the Rams could get other guys open. And that's also a strategy, and the thing that having Aaron Donald is you can get other guys open. And there were times where Terrell Lewis literally had no one blocking him because I think they were going to triple team Aaron Donald, to be honest with you. There were times where they were triple teaming him, and Damian Lewis, my favorite right guard out of the draft, he and the other right tackle were double teaming Aaron Donald a lot, so that left guys open. And so that's when Terrell Lewis came in clutch. And then you see Darius Williams had a good game. Like I said, undrafted free agent. So the Rams, to me, had a really good overall team win. Like, it wasn't us, sticking to one thing. We didn't stick to the run necessarily. We didn't stick to the pass. We kept it balanced, and that's what won the Rams the game, and we played solid defense. Hopefully McVay learns from his mistakes. Hopefully that bye week and all our Twitter rants and YouTube comments really got to him and got him thinking, like, hey, maybe we should run the ball more. Maybe we should pass the ball less, or at least don't give it a Cooper Kupp all the dang time. So I think the Rams had a good game. I liked the fact that Russell Wilson didn't look good inside the pocket. They didn't stick to the run. They stick a little too much to the pass, and that allowed our guys to make plays. Guys like Darius Williams to get 2 interceptions, and you know what? This is an overall great team win. Other than that, you guys, let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment. Until next time, you guys, go Rams.